Hello, happy Friday, everybody, and welcome to the melody writing class. It is I, your friend, your songwriting partner, your co-producer, Joe Seavey. Hello, everybody. Yes, today is melody writing. We're going to write a melody, and it's going to be written based on the creative writing assignment that we did yesterday in yesterday's class called Picture This. And that's where we look at a photograph, a still photograph. The one that I presented was two people in the ocean at a beautiful orange sunset. And you can't see their faces, you just see their silhouettes, and they're like kissing in the water. They're in the water. Very, very cool picture. And out of that picture, I wrote a bunch of words, but they were all based around certain parts of a theme. And there's some guidelines in each one of the lines. But anyway, today is about how do we write a melody from that. Well, now sometimes I just write a melody right off the bat, and then I find the chords to go around it. And that's kind of what I did. I started to come up with an idea. And what I came up with was, well, I'll read you the words again so you get more, you get up to snuff with what the lyrics are. So the lyric is, I wrote out a whole bunch of parts that rhyme. So the first one, which I'm now calling a verse, it's, I'm sitting alone, I start to daydream. Thinking about when we were 18. Still living at home, but we had big dreams of taking over the world. Spent all of our time just chasing shadows. So young and in love, but what did we know? When reality came, I had to let go. The biggest mistake of my life. Then the chorus part is, everybody's got that one that got away. The lonely hearts that know they made a big mistake. I think about it and it's still so hard to face. It felt so good when I was in your warm embrace. And then it ends with, everybody's got that one that got away. That one that got away. So when I started to think about a melody, and this happens to me a lot, I'll start to just read the words and then look at the picture that I based the lyrics on, and I start to almost hear a tiny little radio station playing the song in my head. This is the way I always work. And then I try to find it. I try to get in there in my brain and pull it out so it's out here for you guys to hear. And so I thought it was kind of like kind of a shuffle, like a shuffly kind of a, tempo-wise, because I always think tempo too. I'm always thinking tempo. So I started to look at the words, and then going into my little radio up here, and I started playing like major chords, right? So it's like, and then the first line is, I'm sitting alone, right? So it's, so, what is that? So it's, see, all those notes that I'm singing right now are part of that scale of the position that I'm in, right? So I'm going, da, 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 da. So it's, I'm sitting alone, I start to, wait, so, that's nice. So it's like, I'm sitting alone, I start to daydream. So I'm basing that on the chords that I'm choosing. But I heard the melody first this time. So what I did was I started to find the chords based on my melody, which is the opposite of what we do sometimes in class. So I was hearing the melody by itself in my head, but I heard music in there. So I was going, I'm sitting alone, I start to daydream, and thinking about when we were 18. Still living at home, but we had big dreams of taking over the world. So, and then I started thinking, like, what's the tempo in my head, too? So I'm going, I'm sitting alone, I start to daydream, and thinking about when we were 18. Still living at home, but we had big dreams of taking over the world, right? And then, so I was singing that until I perfected it where I wanted to know. But then I started to find chords. So I was just like, I'm sitting alone, I start to daydream, and thinking about when we were 18. Still living at home, but we had big dreams of taking over the world. Spent all of our time just chasing shadows. So young and in love, but what did we know? When reality came, I had to let go. The biggest mistake of my life. So that's where I got, I started to, I was singing it and I'm like, and the chords were murky, like part of a dream far away, and I had to try to find them. So the best way to do that is to sit down on the piano once the melody was sort of established. And like I said, melodies come from scales, right? So we're going... So that's what I'm singing, I'm sitting, yeah. Da, 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 we were 18, still living at home, but we had big dreams of taking over the world. So this is all part of the scales, but I'm not singing scales. I'm trying to take notes out of that and put them where I want them, right? So then the chorus part, which is, and it's the same chord progression, because today, when you're writing pop songs, it's the same chord progression the whole way through. It does not change. What changes is the way you sing it, and that's what makes it so different. So that's a little songwriting trick. Listen to the songs on the radio right now. There's really not that many changes. It's the same song, same chords over and over. But what they do is they sing a different way between the verse, the pre-chorus, the chorus, and the bridge. But it's all the same music, really. So what I did was, for the chorus, same thing. So, the biggest mistake of my life, end of the verse. Everybody's got that one that got away. The lonely hearts that know they made a big mistake. I think about it and it's still so hard to face. I felt so good when I was in your warm embrace. Everybody's got that one that got away. The lonely hearts that know they made a big mistake. I think about it and it's still so hard to face. It felt so good when I was in your warm embrace. Everybody's got that one that got away. I thought I would do that twice, The one that got away. Yeah, 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 yeah. Sitting alone, I start to daydream. So once I put it together, I started to go up to speed. So what I did was this. I'll show you. I started like to record a drum beat shuffle with just the piano and me singing it. So this is what I wrote based on the lyrics that I came up with from yesterday's imagery from the Picture This assignment. So here it is. So here we go. It's here we go. It goes, sitting alone, I start to daydream, thinking about when we were 18, still living at home, but we had big dreams of taking over the world. Spend all of our time just chasing shadows, so young and in love, but what did we know? When reality came, I had to let go, the biggest mistake of my life. Everybody's got the one that got away, the lonely hearts that know they made a big mistake. I think about it and it's still so hard to face. It felt so good when I was in your warm embrace. Everybody's got that one that got away, the lonely hearts that know they made a big mistake. I think about it and it's still so hard to face. It felt so good when I was in your warm embrace. Everybody's got that one that got away, one that got away. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Sitting alone, I start to daydream, thinking about when we was 18, still living at home, but we had big dreams, taking over the world. All of our time just chasing shadows, so young and in love, but what did we know? When reality came, I had to let go, the biggest mistake of my life. Everybody's got that one that got away, the lonely hearts that know they made a big mistake. I think about it and it's still so hard to face. It felt so good when I was in your warm embrace. Everybody's got that one that got away, the lonely hearts that know they made a big mistake. I think about it and it's still so hard to face. It felt so good when I was in your warm embrace. Everybody's got that one that got away, one that got away. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Down, 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 down. That's what I'm thinking about for the bridge, kind of a thing, you know. Yep, going about the daydream, thinking about when we was 18, still living at home and we had big dreams, taking over the world. Everybody's got that one that got away, the lonely hearts I know they made a big mistake. I think about it and it's still so hard to face. It felt so good when I was in your warm embrace. Everybody's got that one that got away, the lonely hearts that know they made a big mistake. I think about it and it's still so hard to face. It felt so good when I was in your warm embrace. Everybody's got that one that got away, one that got away. Yeah, 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 yeah. So that's where we're at. Now, I didn't write a second verse, so guess what? You guys are going to ghostwrite based from the first verse. You're going to write the second verse. So that is your assignment. And your other assignment is try to write your own melody from anything. Just try to write a melody. And then hit me up in the comments, or if you want to try to record it from your phone, send it to me as a text. All right, guys. I love you. I miss you. I can't wait till we're all together, huddled in one room, and we're banging this out on the board up front. But until then, this is the next best thing. This is your songwriting partner and your friend, Joe CB, saying good evening and have a wonderful weekend. Bye, guys.